Good morning and welcome back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric, along with Trent Haston from the Roby family of companies. We are your hosts. Trent, we have a close friend of yours in the studio, Clark Stewart from Eastwood Homes, a fellow industry titan. We're happy to have you.
I would go Titan.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm just a home builder, man.
Yeah, that's what we are too. I just thought that'd sound cool for a second.
That did sound cool. Like we're a football team.
Yeah.
From Tennessee.
Remember us.
No, we teed Clark up pretty good on the first segment. I mean,
yep.
I say this all the time. Clark is one of my very dearest best friends in the world, and it's just funny. He's a fellow builder. Does a different niche in the home building industry than what we do, but he's done really well, family business, and it's fun to hang out with him because we talk the same shop language.
We can talk the same shop language, and we like to get in the same kind of trouble.
Hey, we were
Clark lives down the river from me.
We were talking about on the way in. You gave us the 5 rules of plumbing, which we obviously can't go into in here, but it was good advice. But you're right, we can't talk about the same kind of stuff.
Yeah,
we see
too many.
Deal with the same kind of folks, and obviously we all love it. I mean, that's the best part about it, is that the industry's been really good to all of us, and it's something cool that you're here to share it. And there's such thing we talk about. Trent mentioned you're not a competitor of ours, but I think the people that do things the right way in our industry, we all have to stick together.
Absolutely.
I mean, the funny thing about Clark is he went to Chapel Hill. I think we're the same year. I'm a year older than you.
I think you got 1 year on me.
You 01?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 2000. We met up there, had no clue who he was or anything, vice versa. I'm sure he didn't have any clue who I was. And then we come home and we work in Charlotte. We grow our businesses. We do whatever. And about 5 years ago, Bobby Pittenger, one of our friends that we both are friends with, put us together, and Clark joined YPO that I'm in, Young Presidents Organization. And we've been in the same forum for, about 4 years now? 3 years?
No, I'm the new kid, man. Maybe 2 years on me.
I don't even know him anymore. Out of here. But no, we talk about we just really complain a lot to each other, I think is all we do. And then we have a good time.
Absolutely.
Right? That's what we do. We cry together, what men do. But I talk about my dad, Papa Ron, on the show a lot. Lost him a couple years ago, and I was fortunate enough a couple years ago to meet Big Joe's, which I'll call your pops, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so Clark's got a great relationship with his father, and it's a family business. And Big Joe started the business, right?
40 years ago.
Why don't you walk us down your history? I think it's so cool.
It really is a pretty cool story. My mother and father are originally from Rutherford County, right around the area of Cliffside and Harris, North Carolina. They met in high school, and then they went to college after that, and got married right after college. And my mother, she got a job with the Agriculture Extension Service in Gaston County, so they moved to Gaston County. And my father was a teacher at Gaston College. He did that for a long time there. And what he did was he was a teacher, but he's a farm boy too.
Cool.
I met him.
He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. So he was kind of going into the wheat straw business. So one of our neighbors that we had at the time, he went over to try to sell some wheat straw to Gene Rashford, who was with Southwood Realty. They got apartments from Baltimore to New Orleans nowadays. And they really had a great relationship, and my mother was the one that, she's the real outgoing one and that kind of a thing. And they were a real cool family. And it was, I'll tell a little story here. It was such a good relationship that my mother hates cats. Okay. So of course the Ratchfords, what do? They have to name their cat after my mother, Myra. So anyway, Gene Ratchford saw how hard my father was working. He said, hey, we need to go into the home building business. And that's where it all started, right there in Gaston County. So I'm a Gaston County boy. And
so what? So 40 years old, 40 years.
40 years ago.
Your dad founded the business in 1977.
1977.
And then you obviously grew up in the business.
That's all I know.
Very similar to me.
Yeah.
Digging and slinging 2x4s, right?
I know. And I like to tell the story, and it's a true story too. Back in the beginning, my mother would clean all the houses once they were finished. You
Oh,
know?
wow.
So she used to take me as an infant,
Yeah.
put me in a dishwasher box, you know, throw a couple toys in there, and she'd clean the houses. So she likes to tell that story, and it's
You go to jail for doing that these days.
yeah, these days. Yeah, no kidding.
My mom used to leave me in the car while she'd go get a pack of cigarettes.
He's not. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Out at the gas station.
Yep.
I just remember my dad every night, he'd stop and get gas and a pack of smokes at Service Distributor on Wilkinson Boulevard off of Old Still Creek Road right there. And every night, I mean, this is my memory, somebody'd come up trying to sell him some gold jewelry that was fake. And he had hustled in for 20 minutes. I'm sitting in the truck, and it was his way of giving them $5 or something. I didn't understand what was going on, but he'd get some crappy old cheap gold chains.
And some
He
entertainment.
was teaching me, you know. Yeah, and so yeah, he got his $5 worth. I promise. Messing with those folks. Well,
Clark,
cool.
was it always called Eastwood Homes? I mean, for the last 40 years, is that? And how did that name come about?
Well, Gene Ratchford had a company called Southwood at
Okay.
the time, okay? So he's the one that actually named the company. So my father said, I don't know what to name it.
Yeah.
Name it, Gene. He says, I don't know. We got some lots on the east part of Gastonia, and they're in the woods. So,
There you go.
Sure, let's go with Eastwood.
That's
You
awesome.
sure it
That's
didn't
it.
come from Clint Eastwood, man? Come on.
It's got nothing to do
You
with
got a
Clint.
lot of Clint Eastwood in you.
Got nothing to do with Clint.
So your slogan is built with care.
Yeah, the slogan.
Built with care.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to help
and
you.
we developed that, I don't know, 3 years ago, and really that really epitomizes kind of what we do and the people that we work with, I mean, everything that we do, we just like you guys, we don't sling up houses or anything. Every home that we build for people, there's an owner to that, and that's part of their identity. So one thing that we do is from the people to our subcontractors to the product that we put in, everything that we touch is built with care, and we try to do it the right way. And we do a lot of surveys. We do surveys to our subcontractors, to our employees, to our customers, of course. And one of the common themes that always came up was, hey, they really did care about me. So we thought, what a great, tagline to put in there, and it really sums up who we are, who we try to be.
Well, I will say our slogan is making it home. So it kind of very,
good.
very, very similar because you said we don't sling up houses, we build homes.
That's right.
And people own them and live in them, and it's where their family lives.
That's right.
And
Trent, you hit the nail on the head. I was thinking the same thing. That the word home just kept resonating in my mind when you were saying that. I mean, it is somebody's home. It's their life. It's their livelihood. It's their biggest investment. It's where their kids are going to grow up, where their pets are going to be born. I mean, the whole deal. I mean, it's their life.
I know.
And that's what we specialize in, which is very cool. I mean, I think that's the cool part about our industry. We talk about the industry a lot, is that we are handling, I mean, we are intimately involved with people's lives, building their houses, preparing their houses, fixing their homes. I mean, they become almost like family.
That's right.
And we talk about the Roby family of company. It's almost our customers are an extension of that.
I mean, we like to say priceless service for a fair price
right.
on our services side on our business. I will say, Clark, I'm very impressed. We were going over what to talk about. I mean, we really don't need to go over what to talk about because we know each other so well. But you said, hey, strike through that. I want to talk about my people. And you were talking about, you just said it, your vendors, your subs. I mean, that's the Roby family of companies.
Right. That's it.
Talk about our business. The business and our associates are every bit as important as our clients.
Absolutely.
But our clients are the number one important as well. So
Sure.
It's all equal. But without one, the boat doesn't float. You know what I'm saying? Since we live on the river.
We're going to talk about that because I have heard some stories where you got Trent.
We're going to talk about
the
that in the next
segment.
segment.
But I heard some interesting, some
But I
funny
really
stories.
want to talk. I really want. Clark is a hunter. He's teaching me how to hunt.
That's what I want
is
to
what
talk
he's
about.
doing. But also, I really want to talk about. You're very modest. Your company is such a staple of Charlotte. I mean, we had Carl Howard, owner of Auto Bell, the other day. I mean, you're right. I mean, y'all are businesses, and I hope that the Roby family can be one of these businesses one day that Charlotte needs to be proud of. And you're not just a little small home builder, and you're from Gastonia, you should be proud of. But when we come back, I'd like to talk about what you're doing, where you're located, what your growth
Sure.
model looks like, and brag on you a little bit. Is that cool?
Sounds good to me.
Will you stick around for another segment?
That sounds like a plan.
All right, we'll be right back with Clark Stewart, Eastwood Homes.